Would you bring me the letter?
Bueno, de esta forma acabamos una nueva lección de Visual English y sin perder más tiempo porque los Brown nos esperan. Fíjense sobre todo en el empleo de los diversos tiempos verbales que hemos empleado en estas últimas lecciones.
Dad, how long is it since you were released from the Navy?
That was a long time ago.
Isn't it a long time since you graduated from the university?
Yes. That was a long time ago, too.
Dad, how old are you?
Well, I...
Hello, everybody. We've been waiting for you all afternoon. Where have you been? I have been to the store with John. Has Caroline arrived in Paris yet?
Yes.
When did she arrive?
She arrived this morning in Paris on a plane from New York. She has already called here this afternoon.
What has she been doing?
She's been resting since after work. She was ill last week, and she hasn't recovered from her illness yet.
Caroline has traveled all over the world.
Not everywhere.
How long has she been traveling for work?
She started traveling for work 11 years ago.
When was she in Japan?
She was in Japan not long ago. She was in London and Italy, too. She hasn't practiced her Italian since she was there 5 years ago.
Where is Richard? He was here a minute ago. Richard!
I've just finished my homework. I've just started reading this book. I've got a lot to do.
I have wasted my time today. I just worked for 1 hour.
Have we received any letters today? No, we haven't received any letters. John and I have agreed to see each other again tomorrow.
Richard, it is hot in here. Would you mind opening the window, please?
Okay.
John will go swimming tomorrow afternoon. He will arrive here at 4 p.m. Later, we will go to a restaurant around the corner.
And I'll go with you.
No, thank you, little brother. Richard, it is cold in here. Would you mind closing the window, please?
Well, okay.
Would you bring me the letter?
May I go now?
Would you rather go or stay?
I would rather go.
Goodbye, Richard.
I will go to my new bedroom. I would like some chocolate.
The letter is in French. Caroline is in Paris. Would she help us with the letter?
How could she help us?
Would she look for the writers of the letter?
She'd like that.
Would you rather telephone Caroline's hotel in Paris or send a telegraph to the hotel?
I'd rather phone the hotel. I shall call her there tomorrow morning.
Where are the eggs? There.
Are there still 3 eggs?
Yes, there are still 3 eggs.
Hola, en el anterior capítulo habíamos comenzado ya a estudiar el futuro. Hoy vamos a continuar con este tiempo de verbo, pero para construir la forma negativa. Para ello se coloca la partícula not entre el auxiliar, bien sea shall o will, y el verbo principal de la oración. Generalmente en la conversación se suelen emplear las formas abreviadas shan't o won't, pero veámoslo más claro en un ejemplo.
I shall not, shan't go out after lunch. You will not, won't be ready when he comes.
She won't help us with the letter unless you ask her to. She won't help us with the letter unless you ask her to.
La partícula if, si, expresa condición y se emplea con un verbo en presente si la oración principal se halla en futuro y en la forma afirmativa. Por ejemplo, ella vendrá si la telefoneas.
She will come if you telephone her.
We'll have to stay at home if it rains and not go to school. We'll have to stay at home if it rains and not go to school.
Sin embargo, cuando queremos expresar una condición y el verbo de la oración principal se halla en futuro y en la forma negativa, se emplea unless, que podría traducirse por a menos que, a no ser que.
He won't come unless you call him.
She won't help us with the letter unless you ask her to. She won't help us with the letter unless you ask her to.
Recordemos que el verbo must, deber, indica obligación o deber ineludible de hacer algo. Este verbo, al igual que la mayoría de los verbos defectivos, puede ser sustituido por otro verbo sinónimo, el cual sirve además para suplir aquellos tiempos pasados o futuros de los que carece este verbo defectivo. To have to, tener que, es un sinónimo muy habitual de must.
I have to go to the dressmaker's.
She'll have to take a taxi if she wants to get there on time. She'll have to take a taxi if she wants to get there on time.
Recordemos que en el lenguaje habitual también podemos emplear como sinónimo de must to have got to. En la siguiente lección continuaremos con el empleo de estas expresiones. No obstante, he querido hacer una pequeña introducción para abordar las siguientes nociones con una cierta práctica. Y ya saben mi recomendación, realicen los ejercicios.
The National Hockey League, or NHL, is the highest level of professional hockey in North America. The sport has been dominated throughout the 1980s by one man, the great Wayne Gretzky. For 7 consecutive years, he was the league's leading scorer and most valuable player. Now there is a new hockey star claiming all of Gretzky's titles. In the 1987 Canada Cup Series, the then 21-year-old Mario Lemieux led his Canadian team to a 2-1 victory over the powerful Soviet Union.
That was very important to us to win the Canada Cup for our fans, for our country, and a great experience just to play with the best in the world.
It's becoming a not-so-great experience for the rest of the National Hockey League to play against Lemieux. A member of the once lowly Pittsburgh Penguins, he emerged as the most dominant force in the game by scoring 6 points and the winning goal in the annual All-Star Game.
Mario Lemieux by himself ends it.
During the 1987-88 season, the 22-year-old Lemieux became only the 4th man in NHL history to score 70 goals. He also assisted on 98 goals by his teammates, giving him a league-leading 168 points, breaking Wayne Gretzky's 7-year string as the league's scoring champ. Lemieux makes playing hockey look easy.
Estamos ya en la 30ª lección del curso. Y como les comenté en la pasada lección, vamos a continuar con la expresión to have to, empleada como sinónimo del verbo defectivo must. Para formar el pasado o el futuro, se emplean las correspondientes formas del verbo to have, de tal manera que para decir que yo tenía que o tendré que,
I had to wait a long time at the bus stop. You'll have to go to the doctor's.
We shall have to come home earlier than usual today. We shall have to come home earlier than usual today.
Para expresar obligación, especialmente cuando se trata de cumplir un mandato o un consejo, se emplea el verbo to be seguido de un infinitivo. En este caso, el verbo también resulta ser sinónimo del verbo defectivo must.
They are to stay at home when it rains.
The eggs are to stay there alone. The eggs are to stay there alone.
Para expresar prohibición en presente, se emplea mustn't o bien el verbo to be acompañado de not y un infinitivo. Naturalmente, este nuevo giro viene a ser sinónimo de mustn't.
They aren't to speak so loud.
We aren't to mention this to anyone.
Not to mention this to anyone.
We aren't to mention this to anyone.
Not to mention this to anyone.
Bueno, llegamos al término de una nueva lección. Yo, como siempre, no les obligo, pero sí les recomiendo que estudien y que, naturalmente, presten mucha atención a este nuevo y emocionante capítulo de los Brown.
We didn't have to get up before sunrise.
We had to get up early. I was to telephone Caroline before 3 o'clock in Paris. I shall call her at the hotel.
Why are we up so early?
Your father has to call Caroline in Paris.
The line is busy. I shall try again in a minute.
You'll succeed if you try again. She won't help us with the letter unless you ask her to.
We'll be pleased if you succeed.
I would help Caroline if she asked me to. If she is at the hotel, she'd answer the telephone. I shall try again.
I think it will rain today. We'll have to stay at home if it rains and not go to school.
Oh, Richard, I think it won't rain today. If it rains, you could go fishing with your friends after school.
We shall play football at school this afternoon. I shall not write any letters.
I'll go to the bank this morning. Later, I'll go shopping for groceries. What would you like from the store, Richard?
Chocolate.
Wouldn't you like some peaches and raisins?
Yeah.
After shopping, I shall play tennis this afternoon.
Caroline was angry with me. She was ill. She was reading when I called.
Will she accept your apology?
She already accepted my apology.
Will she help us?
If she can, Caroline will help us. She must go to a small town to look for the people of the letter. She'll have to take a taxi if she wants to get there on time.
Won't you have another biscuit?
No, I shan't eat them all. No, thank you. I've had enough.
Robert, you have to go to work. You'll have to go at once if you are to be there before 9 o'clock.
I don't have to go yet. I have to be at work by 10 o'clock.
Oh.
I shall have to leave a little earlier than usual.
How are the eggs this morning?
I'll look. Look. Now there are only 2 eggs.
Look here. There is no egg. There is another button.
We must hide the last 2 eggs in the closet. Yes, in the closet behind the coats. The eggs are to stay there alone.
The egg robber will have to give them back to us.
We aren't to mention this to anyone.
Not to mention this to anyone.
No one is to go into that room, the closet,
There was nobody in the closet. Just coats and eggs.
No one is to go into the closet without permission.
We shall have to come home earlier than usual today.
I will call you here before 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Hola, de nuevo con ustedes para comenzar la siguiente lección de este curso de inglés. Hasta ahora, los tiempos de verbos que habíamos estudiado nos resultaron relativamente sencillos, pues seguían unas normas establecidas válidas para los verbos regulares. Sin embargo, en esta lección vamos a empezar a estudiar los diferentes tiempos para los llamados verbos irregulares. Recordemos que el pretérito indefinido se formaba añadiendo la terminación ed al infinitivo sin to para los verbos regulares. Pero para los irregulares, este tiempo se forma cambiando totalmente el infinitivo o variando algunas letras del mismo. A continuación, veremos algunos ejemplos de estas irregularidades poniendo juntos el infinitivo y el pretérito indefinido, que se emplea igualmente para todas las personas, tanto del singular como del plural.
To go, I went. To come, you came. To see, he saw.
I went to the post office a few hours ago. I wrote to my friend in Australia. I went to the post office a few hours ago. I wrote to my friend in Australia.
Como ven, estos verbos irregulares no siguen ninguna norma y para conocerlos es necesario el estudio y la práctica con ellos. Sin embargo, para formar la interrogación con un verbo irregular en pretérito indefinido, se emplea el auxiliar did delante del sujeto y, a continuación, el verbo que se desea conjugar en infinitivo sin to, al igual que con los verbos regulares.
Why did you tell me that story, Margaret? Why did you tell me that story, Margaret? When did you see him? When did you see him?
Igualmente, para formar la negación, se emplea el auxiliar did seguido de la partícula not, o bien la forma abreviada didn't, que se coloca entre el sujeto y el verbo que se desea conjugar, como verán de forma similar que en el caso de los verbos regulares.
I did not know the building was John's. I did not know the building was John's.
De forma similar se construye la interrogación, anteponiendo didn't al sujeto y a continuación el verbo que se desea conjugar. Como verán, la gramática inglesa sigue unas normas sencillas y muy rigurosas, pero como en todas las lenguas, existen excepciones. En esta lección lo hemos podido comprobar con el uso de algunos verbos. Pero para que todo esto se afiance en usted, pase rápidamente a realizar los ejercicios y a conocer las diferentes formas de los verbos irregulares.
The giant saguaro cactus is king of the Sonoran Desert. The saguaro is just one of an endless variety of cactus found in the Sonoran Desert, which covers an area larger than Great Britain. The environment of the desert is fragile, and it is being threatened by cactus rustlers who cater to a black market demand in the U.S., Europe, and Japan, a black market which can produce prices as high as $15,000 for a prize specimen. The Sonoran Desert stretches from northern Mexico into the state of Arizona in the southwestern U.S. Officials in Arizona are doing what they can to stop the poachers. They are known as cactus cops. Their job is to keep an inventory of cactus, large and small. It is against the law to remove any cactus from the natural environment, but because of the large area and the relatively small number of officers, the job of enforcing the law is difficult. The poachers are doing more than just stealing cactus. What they do today for profit will leave its mark on the fragile desert environment for a long time. Another step Arizona officials are taking to reduce the damage done by poachers is to grow cactus in a controlled environment until they are mature enough to be reintroduced into the wild. Extremely rare species are often protected from extinction in this way. While it is illegal to steal cactus, it is not impossible to obtain them if you follow the rules. Permits can be purchased, and the cactus are tagged so that officials can keep track of them. There are also nurseries that cultivate cactus for the legitimate marketplace, so that people in places far from the Sonoran Desert can enjoy the exotic plants. But as long as there are those who will pay high prices for illegally harvested cactus, the problem of poaching will continue.
¿Qué tal les ha ido en el estudio de los verbos irregulares? Espero que bien, pues vamos a continuar con ellos, esta vez para conocer cómo se construye gramaticalmente el participio pasado. Recordemos que en el caso de los verbos regulares, este se formaba añadiendo la terminación ed. Nuevamente, no existe ninguna norma y este participio pasado, en la mayoría de los casos, es totalmente distinto del infinitivo o incluso del pretérito indefinido. Igual que anteriormente, lo veremos más claro con algunos ejemplos.
To go. I went. I have gone. To see. He saw. He has seen.